The house. It's a nice looking house on the outside. It is pretty much original inside. They've done some updating, not a lot. I'll do a 360 here so you can get a perspective. This is the deck that's on the back of the house that you can see in some of the pictures. That pounding in the background is piling being driven into what I think is a commercial dock downstream or upstream. This is the deck, and then here's the view. The back deck sits around a tree that is up over the water, and this is the view as I'm walking around the deck that goes around the tree. And as you'll see, on the other side of the house there is a pathway from this deck to a small walkway. That walkway, I'm going to go upside down here, goes down these steps around the deck as a stone step, and then eventually twists there at the bottom. And look at the size of those boulders. Those are steps for humans, so you can get an idea of the size of the boulders that you're looking at. And those steps wind around and eventually make it down to what would typically be shoreline. But because the water is so low, what you're looking at is white stone. That white stone is typically covered when we're at pool elevation of 681 feet, but right now we're sitting at pool elevation of about 627 feet. And so if you look at those pipes in the picture that you can see, where those pipes turn rust colored is where the water would typically be. And so it's not too far off of the back porch. I would say it's about 35 feet down from the back porch. And then coming back to a neighbor's steps, and if you can see right about in the center of the picture, you can tell where the water line would typically be. It's where those rocks turn dark. And the whiter rocks at the bottom are where the water line would normally be. And if you can see down on the bottom portion of that step where it looks like they may have had to have welded in a new section because the lake is so low. And that dock down there belongs to the neighbor, and that rides up and down on cables. And they just simply bring it closer to the house as the water line comes up. The nice part about this location is that the water is fairly deep. This is the outside of the curve of the original Colorado River as it approached the dam. And you can see the dam down there to the west. And those islands that you see out there are typically covered in water, covered in a lot of water. And you can tell how far the lake is down just by looking at some of the places in the background and telling where the shoreline is. So I'll end this video for now.